G'day, g'day, g'day. We got sound. Howdy, 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 Cowboy Car Crusher. How you going, Kim? How you going, Frenchy Kisses, Alberta Blues? We have a bit of a lag, obviously, between StreamYards and YouTube. Just get myself situated so I can kind of read the chat at the same time. I broke into your house and stole your cereal. Can't stop, just drop by to say hi and hope you're well. I'm busy stealing cereal. Awesome. Good on you, mate. Well done. Keep it up. Get myself some water. The go-go juice. Just thought I'd turn that down. I've got the iPad on charge because it's at 0%. Sup out back, quicko, off to the airport for work, travel, can't stay, I'll miss my flight. Have a good one. You too, Anonymous. I did my 5-question challenge this evening. I'll be editing that video sometime, maybe tonight. I've got water in my beard. Maybe tonight or tomorrow, and I'll upload it. See you later. Broke into your house and stole your cereal. Hey, Sasha. How you going? Good to see you. Howdy, howdy. Did you get my message, Cowboy Car Crushing? Thank you for the shout out for me on your channel. And the Jeep Cherokee that you crushed. Awesome. Yeah, I've only been on for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, Sasha. So everything's fine. You're not late. Does the sound all right, guys? Or is there a double echo? Is there a fire smoke detector going off in the background? Can you hear anything that should not be heard? Makes a change for you? Yes, it does, Sasha. I'm not sure where you're actually watching this because I don't believe you have a TV in your cardboard box. So you might be down at the supermarket watching from there. No, that was all right, mate. It was just over 6 minutes. And I got to see the car get crashed. Awesome. Oh, you've got a phone, Sasha. I didn't realize you had. You better sell that then. Send me the money. So yeah, the chat's slightly. I think we worked out the other day on another live stream with some motor vloggers. It was about 10-second delay between YouTube and StreamYards. Hey, Tinsky Gummy. For everybody out there, Tinsky Gummy is going to be acting in a new Hollywood movie with Outback Outlaw, and she's going to be eaten by a goanna and punched by a kangaroo. She knows what trouble she's going to get into, that's for sure. Mr. Shannonite, it's good to see you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, and creatures of the night, I have arrived live from 80 miles north of the London Palladium. I think that's how you say it. I don't even know what a palladium is. Can somebody please enlighten me? Porkney, 123. How are ya? Good to see ya. But I won't be able to chat to you. I sell my grandson's iPhone instead. Yeah, whatever you do, send me the money. How's everybody going on this Sunday? It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday evening here. It is 8:57, which is 3 minutes to 9 p.m. for those people who aren't aware of how to tell the time. Where is Fluffy? Fluffy's right down here, right on the floor. She was just behind me. Oh, you mean Fluffy? Yeah, Fluffy the polar bear. Yeah, no, he's in the Antarctica, and it's too bloody cold to go down there, so I'm not going to even bother. And I don't think his cell phone works down there because he's in the snow. It's frozen. Good to be with you. A theatre in this case. Okay, the Palladium is a theatre for those people who were not sure. Mr. Shannonite has put us right. Porkney, good, how are you? My first time making it to a live. Yes, it is, Porkney, and that is 10 points to you. Well done. Congratulations. Sunday morning here in the USA. Whereabouts in the US? Are you on the west or the east, the north or the south? Sunday, 7 in the morning, waiting on coffee and breakfast. I could do with a coffee right now. I had breakfast about 12 hours ago. Hippie love. There you going? Just woke up. Is it about 5 o'clock there in Canada? I'm in Florida, East Coast. Awesome. Oh, my missus, she lived in Florida before she came here to Australia. So she was there for, well, I think it was about 15 years. Wouldn't mind going there one day. Hopefully going to America this year. And I'll be in Memphis. I'll go see Graceland. It's dinner time here, 12 o'clock. So it's 12 o'clock in the UK. Hey, Molinator. I just saw your comment on the video that Alfonso Commando, I think it was, made a comment about why his comments were being deleted on Armchair Detectives videos. I didn't get to read exactly what you said, but I thought it was quite funny that he was asking. Hey, Armchair Defective, how are you? Breakfast is my favorite meal. I like having breakfast for dinner. I call it Brinner. Yeah, I made poached eggs on toast with a little bit of bacon this morning for the family. So how are the fires coming along? The fires are still burning, unfortunately. Down on the east coast, also down here on the west coast, down in Perth, around that area. I hate getting all these notifications coming through on YouTube. I've got to click them off because otherwise I can't see the chat. So yeah, they're still burning across Australia. There has been some rain, some light relief that's come across to the east coast, and I think that's come from ex-tropical cyclone Blake that came through here, and so there's some rain down there. My folks live down there in East Gippsland in Victoria, where one of the staging posts is for the fires that are in East Gippsland. My mother just sent me an email. I haven't had time to read it, but she was just, I know she would just give me an update on what's been happening. No, it's all right, Molinada. You can comment on my things at any time. Oops. We're having chicken for dinner. I have to catch it first. All right. Awesome. All the good people are here. I'm here. Yep. Any more cyclones? Yeah, look, tropical cyclone Claudia was in the Northern Territory and did a record dumping of rain in a number of places in the Northern Territory. And then it traveled across towards us in the Kimberley, but it's actually gone out to sea. So I think it's a Category 3. It's out at sea. We're only getting, 1 or 2 storms and some, fairly gusty winds, but nothing major, nothing like the last cyclone that we had last week. It's hard watching all poor animals. Can't watch or read about it. Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. I was watching a video earlier, and there was animals that couldn't get past the fence line, and they were just lined up, littered along the road. I know that a lot of UK firefighters near me volunteered to go out to help. Yep, so there was UK firefighters. There was some firefighters. I think it was about 10 firefighters from the UK. I'm not sure if any came over from the US. New Zealand, there's been firefighters across Australia that have gone over to the east coast. There's still fires that are burning down on the west coast down south. Yeah, it's just, yeah, I've seen some pretty horrific videos. I've seen a lot of Australians make comments on our government and their lack of action. And also, continually taking away funding from our regional firefighters, rural firefighters, which is really sad. I know that a lot of UK fighters. Yep, I read that. Sasha's living in a box. Yes, she is. What is a cyclone? Is it a hurricane? Yes, it is a hurricane. A cyclone goes clockwise and a hurricane goes anti-clockwise. I'm not sure how that works. It might just be different parts of the world. But basically, in Australia, we go forwards, and in America, they go backwards. Well, that's how I see it. Are these types of fires normal for you guys? No, they're not normal. They've had fires like Canada. Canada has fires regularly. But the issue, well, I'm not somebody who lives on the East Coast, but what I can say, and somebody may correct me one day, but what I can say is that there has not been a plan of attack in being able to burn the litter that is at the bottom of the forest floor on a regular basis. I know in some pockets of Australia down south, they have been doing the controlled burns every year in the cold season, what you call is a cold burn. But pretty much across the East Coast, the greenies and the state governments, they pander to the greenies. The greenies cry, what about the animals? What about the ozone layer? What about global warming? Rah, rah, rah. They don't recognize that it's just a tinderbox waiting to go off. You just have to have one spark or one stupid arsonist, and there's been numbers like 180 arsonists that have been arrested that go and light a fire, and none of these areas have been burnt off over the years, and so you end up having half the country up in flames. If there was coal burns done on a regular basis, every couple of years in the same spot, the Australian bush requires fire to regrow. There are seeds out there that require heat for them to actually germinate. I'm not a horticulturalist, or I'm not qualified in that. I am a volunteer fiery, have been for many years. But, I'm not an expert in this area, but, especially in the East Coast, because I don't live there. I've lived in the North all my life. And in the North, we do coal burns on a yearly basis. So we manage the bush just the same as the Aboriginal people did for thousands and thousands of years. And, up here in the North, it's generally the Aboriginal rangers that do the burn-offs and, control the coal burns. So it's not normal for these fires to occur. It's not. So just double check this chat. Hippie's asking how a cow box is holding up. Cardboard box. Yeah, I mean, I agree. It is heartbreaking to see the animals pass away, but let's not forget that there have been firefighters that have lost their lives as well, and people have lost their livelihoods. They've lost their houses. They've lost their own animals, and there are residents that have lost their lives as well. So we need to respect that as well. I think a lot of people. And, I'm not, trying to offend anybody, but I think, a lot of people, they're really concerned. I've heard it said many years ago that people give more respect to the egg of an eagle than they do to a baby. And I guess in some respects, this is true. I feel as though the greenies have got a lot to answer for. More respect for the animals. Yet the animals were doing okay for thousands and thousands of years when the First Nations people were burning off. The animals were able to run away. But with this wildfire that's been going on for months and months and months, the animals have got nowhere to go because they're just cut off. The fires are just going everywhere. It's just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I think greenies and the state governments have got a lot to answer for. The US has sent firefighters. That's awesome. Thanks for that, Cowboy Crushing. We burn on purpose in Canada. Yes, that's sensible. Otherwise, you have what's happened here in Australia. High temperatures and no rain, though, and we've had one of the worst droughts on record in Australia. So that's been, I guess, added fuel to the fire. Friday evening, Dallas had tornadoes, straight line winds, severe hail, lightning strikes, then snow. Saturday morning, 70, and Sunday, sunny today. Welcome to Texas. Sounds like Melbourne. 4 seasons in one day. How you going, God, the good one? Good to see you here, mate. I noticed you posted a few videos. I was organising going live. I'll go back and I'll check them out. We burn our heaths in Scotland and parts of UK. Heaths, are they like the marshlands? Is that what they are? Is there any support causes for the people, Mr. UhOh? Yes, there is. The main ones are Red Cross and the RSPCA. Well, they're the ones that were promoted at the last live. I'll see if I can find those links, so you can go to my last live, and they were in the comments. I posted them in the comments. We burn in the UK too, and it's not so hot here. Yeah, I mean, there's sense in burning. What do you see? How you going? Good to see you. There is sense in burning. Um, you've got to use some common sense. And if you know that there's 10 years of litter that's sitting in a forest, 80,000 hectares of dead litter sitting on the bottom of the floor, and it's never been burnt, it's never been taken away, you know that that's going to cause drama. You know that's going to be a massive, massive fire. I mean, common sense says that. Yeah, and I'll say it again, the Greenies have got a lot to answer for. They really do. I mean, it's going to take years for those forests, and these are ancient forests. It's going to take years for them to come back, if at all. Agenda 39. I don't the RSPCA, but we'll check out a link for people myself. No worries. Okay. Agenda 30. What do you see? What is Agenda 30? Is that what you were talking about in your video or similar? Heath is shrubland, usually dry, acidic brush, woody. Heather. Okay. Is it like weeds? The apocalypse of Australia has been planned since we were sold off into the UN. I don't know anything about that, Diane. Sorry. But anything's possible. Especially with the dead trees, they must be burnt to revive the forest. Yep. Agenda 21. And yes. I think we okay on northwest of the UK near Blackpool. We are called the Pissy North. Forever raining, even in summer. I don't think it ever stops raining in the UK. Is that correct? UN agenda to take over the world, the one world order. I've done a little bit of research on that stuff. Conspiracies and governments working with each other behind the scenes and all that sort of stuff. God, the good one would know about that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Diane. Yeah, I was doing some, back in the day, I was pretty heavily involved in that conspiracy kind of stuff. I've been keeping it, I'm still interested in it, but there's a lot of stuff there that I'm not going to believe, that I would rather test. Like I've said before, I'd rather test to see whether things are valid or not. But I saw what the Australian government did in 2007 with the intervention into the Northern Territory, when they basically arrested all the Aboriginal men and basically painted them with the same brush and said that they were pedophiles. So they breached the Geneva Convention. They actually reneged on the Geneva Convention, passed some legislation so they could go and do it. When did what they wanted to do, and then they redacted that legislation and went back into the UN, and the world was absolutely disgusted by what they did. And not very many people in Australia know about it. Not many people in the world know about it. My shed collapsed last night in the wind. Well, I didn't fart, so it wasn't me. Conspiracy. I love rain rather than it being hot. I like it hot if there's a pool to jump in. Hey, McLeod 2020. Awesome, having a beer. Actually, wouldn't mind having a port myself. Might go and grab one in a bit. Diane's been researching for more than 10 years, but for 10 years, I've been letting others know via my pages. Yeah, look, I agree. There's things out there that you can't explain. There's secrets and conspiracies happening all over the place. I agree with that. JP 1970, one of the motor vloggers that I watch, was at Area 51 and went did a vlog on it just the other day, and went into the shop, and there's alien paraphernalia everywhere, and I just posted a comment on there saying, I wonder if the government gets a cut from that as well. He just laughed. I conspire to crush stupid Mustangs. Oh, them's fighting words, CCC. I wouldn't mind having a Mustang, just to own one once. If I could own a Mustang once and say I did it, then I'd be happy with that. Got to run, Outlaw, going to work out. It was nice joining in chat. Thank you very much, Porkney123. I hope to see you at the next one. Enjoy your workout. Do a couple of sit-ups for me, because it'll help. My hubby drives through fires in Vognia all the time. Is that in Virginia or in Vognia? Don't know what that is. Chat just jumped all over the place. California. Okay, California. What's your take on this UN agenda stuff, Outback? I don't want to believe, but I just don't know. Look, this one world order, it's been going on for a long time. You can see the world religions are coming together as well. You've got the Pope, coming along and talking to the Muslims and all that sort of stuff, and they're all sitting around a table and they're all saying, let's all shake hands and hug each other and let's all be lovey-dovey and all the rest of it. That's all part of the one world order. Let's all just have one what do you call it, economic thing. So the euro dollar, for example, that's a push towards the one world order, where you've got one, I don't even know what the word is, one way of purchasing things. And so when Britain with the Brexit got out of it, that was just people saying, look, we don't want to be involved, but at some stage I'll put money on it, no euros, but I'll put some Australian dollars on it, that the UK will end up becoming part of the euro dollar again, or some kind of currency. That's the word, currency. I'm just going to write that down. Currency. You remember that, people? Currency. So one currency. It's going to happen, and it'll happen in our lifetime, I reckon. Hold on a second, peeps. Night, love. Someone's going to bed. Hang on a second. Let me get back to the chat here. Thought they had the capabilities these days to make rain clouds, etc., artificial precipitation. Yes, they do, and I don't know why they're not doing it. Royal Commission, government investigating government. Who benefits? Nobody, because the government is just going to do the cover-up, as they always do. Oh no, bro, this could jeopardize our friendship. What, just because of the Mustang? You know, you just crushed a Jeep Cherokee, mate. And I have a Jeep Wrangler. I love the Jeeps. And you crushed the Cherokee. And my missus is Cherokee. She's got Cherokee heritage. But I love the fact that you crushed it. Doesn't really matter what car it is, mate. Crush away. I love every single one of it. Did I tell you that story? Did I tell you that story in the comments about the Volvo? Or did I do that on another live? Anyway, I hate Volvos. Can't stand them. It's called harp. Yes, I've heard the word harp before. Single currency. Thank you, McLeod. That's what I was looking for. I've always been taught never talk about religion or politics. Yeah, because it can get very messy. But, see, I'm in control on this one. And I don't have anybody on panel that's going to cause me drama. And if anybody wants to get on panel, if you cause me drama, I'll just boot you out. What's water bombing? Water bombing is when you've got a plane or a helicopter that comes in, scoops up a whole stack of water, then flies over the fire, drops it on the fire. Yes, some like B.R. Hant in Tasmania under Howard, nothing more than a gun grab, an innocent man behind bars. Jeep person here. Big planes. Did I miss anything? I don't know why I didn't see that comment from you, Cowboy Crusher. More like two world order, Texas than everyone else. Because it's not part of the UN plan making way for high-rise and trains. They can't get it through legislation. I heard a rumour, Diane, that where the fire is down on the east coast is where they want to put the speed rail from Victoria all the way to Brisbane. Does that sound like a conspiracy? Texas than everyone else. There was a bloke, I think it was here in Western Australia some years ago, that claimed his own country and started creating his own currency. He was a whack job. He's probably one of your cousins, one of you here. God is great. Sorry, not technical. A steak and a beer, then you've no fear. Exactly, McLeod. Steak, mashed spuds, and peas. That's your staple diet. You don't need anything else. You don't need anything else at all. So, just wanted to say here on live, there have been some comments been flying around the place about Summer not being well, or that she's bunging it on and that she's not really sick. I spoke to the doctor only yesterday. She is sick. She had salmonella, and she got salmonella over Christmas. And she still has salmonella. So she's been quite sick with salmonella. I got salmonella about 4 years ago, and I was in ICU for a couple of weeks in the glass chamber. It was touch and go. I nearly carked it. So just for those people who might watch this back who have got some doubts, just to let you know that she has been very unwell, and she's lost a fair amount of weight too, and she hasn't been keeping much down. So just spare a thought for her. The government probably knows what to do, but there's money and other unknown to us reasons why they don't. Yep, they always do. I should make myself Queen of Australia. You should do that, Diane. What's your opinion on the republic if Australia became a republic? I know there's lots of UK people here. They might be quite offended. I'm confined to my box. Grandson got scarlet fever. Yeah, scarlet fever. Not good. So you've got royal connections, Diane. Yeah, I know, because you know, I think you said last week that your father's, mother's, cousin's, brother's, sister's uncle was a UK Britain person, or from Wales. We had a referendum. We said, no, you cannot have another referendum. Well, I'm going to say it here. I wish we were a republic. Because then I could be president. Yep, I believe we do. I believe we're mature enough, ugly enough, old enough to do it ourselves. I know you're king. I mean, you wear the hat, mate. So you just keep doing your thing, CCC. You're the king of your own castle. So do you say castle or castle? We do what's right for our country. Yes, we do. And I believe that it's time for us to say sayonara, bobo, jujutna, goodbye, see you later. Thanks for coming, but we don't need you here anymore, Miss Queen. Do your thing over there in the UK, and we'll look after ourselves. Thanks very much. Canada can have you. Castle. Yeah. I don't know. I don't say dance. I say dance. I sometimes say castle. Sometimes I say castle. So I guess I'm a, what do you call it? I don't know. Mixed up. Apparently when adults get it, they don't get a rash. It's highly contagious. Yeah, scarlet fever. No way. That's shocking. Australia is under maritime law for corporations instead of common law for the people. Yep. Gee, this chat is just jumping. What's going on? Castle. You English. Castle. If you were a Geordie, you would say castle. I could be part hillbilly. Can't really make up my mind. Tell you what, I love the dueling banjos. That is, you know, if I was anything, if I could be a hillbilly, that's what I would want to play. I would want to play dueling banjos. When we go over to the Carolinas, when Summer and I go to the States, I'm going to wear what you wear, Triple C. I'm going to wear the overalls, and I'll put them on. I'm going to wear myself a flannel shirt, and I'm going to chuck some tobacco in my mouth, and I'm going to chew it, and then I'm going to spit it out, and I'm going to put on my the accent. And I know that I'm going to probably find myself being stuck like a pig. Hey, Grumpy Granny, how you going? Good to see you. If you haven't seen Grumpy Granny's tranny, if you haven't seen Grumpy Granny's tranny, if you haven't seen Grumpy Granny's channel, then you need to go and check it out. Go and check her channel out. She did a video on, of all things, washing detergent earlier. Yep, no worries. WDYS. We don't need the Queen either. Yeah, I'm with you, hippie. Hurt some alligator. Hunt some alligator. That's right. Hunt some alligator. I don't have my glasses on. Is this the right link to help folk? I don't see the link. Did you post it? Yeah, Grumpy Granny. She's done a lot of stuff on Armchair Detective. She's also a very smart cookie. I wish we was a republic. Yeah. See you later, Arm Hair. Enjoy the walk with the dogs on the beach. Do a video of it. Who do I look like with that haircut? Grumpy Granny. As when I wake up in the morning and I go and look at myself in the mirror, I look like myself. Can't post it. All right, let me check while you guys are here. I will see whether I can bring it up as www.redcross.com.au, I think it is. The bushfire response. Hang on. Here we go. Oh, that's for volunteers. It's not donating funds. It might be .org.au. Yeah, all right. I'll just type that in. So www.redcross.org.au. Try that one out. Triple C says, I'm sure you are joking on the dipping snuff, but it will have you puking your first time. Well, I'm pretty sure that I would be puking. Add light. Is that who I look like? Don't even know who Add Light is. Don't knock the overalls. There ain't an itch I can't get to. Oh, I'm pretty sure Triple C. You know, I reckon there's some good points to be wearing them overalls. But I think if I'm going to go to America, I need to assimilate. So I need to put the overalls on so that I'm camouflaged. I have a pet budgie. Is there many flocks of budgies your part of Australia outback? You know, to be honest with you, I've never actually seen a budgie in the wild. I see red-collared lorikeets. I've seen rainbow lorikeets on the east coast, but they're red-collared ones on the west coast. Lots of kingfishers. Pretty sure cleaning products don't have to smell like food. No, I mean, there's nothing more disgusting than putting a watermelon in your washing. Mox is add light. Oh, thanks, GG. Thanks very much. Yeah, on ya. Have you heard the latest ADBS? I think anyone who asks for money for anything is scammers, apart from you, FD. Yeah, that's right. You know, sell, Sasha. You're the only one that sells and sends money to me. That's right. Do tell. This is a drama, is it? You could do a parody. Yeah, I know I could do a parody, but I don't need to go there. He's done it to himself. You watched AD and said, hey, I can do that. Yeah, that's pretty much, I think, where I went. Thanks, Molly. Have a good Sunday. Enjoy your lunch. AD in the Oxford Dictionary means BS. Yes, I'm pretty sure it does. You know, he did say that if anybody said his name after the 10th, he would take him. Well, I didn't realize that Armchair Detective was his name. He'd send the girls after you. Oh, they're the ones that are after Ivor, aren't they? I gotta fix this chair. I feel like I'm sitting down. That's a bit better. My knees are up around my ear rolls. AD. I said, yep, that's what you got to do. You can't copyright Armchair and you can't copyright the detective. And you can't copyright his name, Alan, either, can you? It's like calling somebody John Smith. I'm going to try this, all right? Gigi, I want you to give me a critique. Okay? I'm going to try this. You know, you guys, I really appreciate everything that you do, and I thank you for being my loyal subscribers. But I've got a real issue with my chair. My chair has got something wrong with its hydraulics, and it keeps on falling down. And I need some Slooper chat. I need some PayPal. I need some piss pal. Can you send me the money? I need it to buy myself a new chair. So can you help me out, please? How'd I go? 10 out of 10? The old supercharged fire chair. Yeah. It's not my chair, it's someone else's chair. Yeah, well, that's right. I had to borrow this. So the hydraulics on it are pretty bad. So I need money so that I can go out and buy a $300 racing chair. You know, the ones that come up around the back here and then it's got the thing like that, and I can just sit here and I can just steer the computer when I'm doing my live chats. A+, thank you very much. Bye, Carrie. Yeah, and she said Carrie before because the dog's name is Molly. So I like Mollinator. Go Fast Stripes, yes. I am off to watch that documentary, Something Wrong with Auntie Diane. I don't even know what you're talking about. PS ready, PS4 ready, woo woo. Yeah, if I could ever get off my son. Steer with your mushroom. Oh, God. Oh, that's good. Sasha might have a box you could sit on. I don't think so, because she's had to sell them all. Thank you, Gigi. That was good. She killed 8 people with drinking and drugs, 4 kids. Oh, wow. Who was that? That's terrible. We got Mudley on. See, now I've got to change the way I laugh. Mollinator is best. Okay, Mollinator. I will say Mollinator. Channeled over for a second. Yes, you did. You channeled her. All right. Yeah, tragic. Hubby didn't give a crap and wouldn't help her. I'm trying to piece that one together. Hubby didn't give a crap and wouldn't help her, in killing 8 people and 4 kids. Oh, yeah. Pretty mushrooms. Did you ever watch the Steady Eddie one, GG? So, are you serious? They think you and Ivor are the same. This is like, what? Don't they watch the videos? You can see completely different people. He wouldn't help her with the kids. She did everything for everyone and worked to keep the family. So that's a reason to kill everyone? Right. Steady Eddie, when he was talking about Lady Di and how she was going around the world, she was collecting all the bombs. And he said what we should do is we should put them in Nimbin. Do you remember that one? Check the teeth. Steady Eddie, he was hilarious, absolutely hilarious. Yeah, put him in Nimbin, and the folk in Nimbin would look up and they'd go, "Oh, pretty mushrooms, pretty mushrooms." She was going wrong way, what we call a motorway in America. Oh, she was driving a car and killed everybody. Australia could be self-reliant for life if the government kept its uranium and built a few reactors. But are you for or against nuclear? Outback. Look, fossil fuels, they're finite. They're not going to be. Is that the word? Is that the right word? Anyway, they're not going to be around forever. There are better ways of creating power and, doing all those sorts of things. So I'm not against nuclear power, not against it. But what I would say is that we need to really investigate whether it would be the best way forward for Australia because, in creating nuclear power, you need a lot of water as well. So Australia being a drought-torn country may not be the best option. Iowa has nice teeth. I don't. Don't worry, they have pointed it out over and over and over. Seriously? What, they pointed out you got bad teeth? Haven't they got anything better to do with their time? So they'd been camping and then she went and killed everybody and ran into another car. Was she trying to kill herself at the same time? And people drink and drive all the time. Oh, okay. That's not good. Well, like I've said before, guys, there's always many sides to a story. Aussie life. Good to see you. Steady Eddie was awesome. I'm doing good, Aussie life. It's good to see you here. Haven't seen you around for a long time. Yeah, Steady Eddie. I thought he was fantastic. Just an awesome comedian. GG, she can't hide her teeth with her glasses and eyebrows. Just simple as all. Great true crime observers. Nothing wrong with your teeth. If you've got a problem with my teeth, you can bite it. Where is Steady Eddie? I don't know. Don't know where he is. I'll look it up. Because, now I'm, so skilled at doing this stuff. Steady Eddie 2019. Steady Eddie still firing 25 years later. Now, that was back in 2016. So he's around. Christopher Widdows, known under the stage name of Steady Eddie, is an Australian comedian and actor with cerebral palsy. Initially, Widdows used his disability as the basis for his comedy. Having since made a name for himself, he has branched out beyond humour based solely around his disability. Steady Eddie's height is 6'3". He's aged 51. I tell you what, awesome comedian. I'll see if I can I, yep. Am I able to do Wikipedia on this? I should be able to because I'm actually a shareholder of Wikipedia. I have shareholder. I don't think that's the right word. Shareholder. Okay, just coming back down the track. I was watching a good BBC Dracula 3 part. If you get to watch it on Oz channels, it's a good evening entertainment. Dracula 3. Dracula 3. Okay, BBC documentary. No, not a documentary. Is it like a mini-series? Hey, Violet, how you going? Missed that. Chat went crazy again. See you, Sasha. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Eddie said once he almost fell in love, but she didn't have a limp. Funny bugger. Yeah, that's right. He also said that he taught Michael Jackson how to dance. Sky Crimes, you can also get it on YouTube. Oh, I didn't know that. Dracula in 3 parts. Who's the actor that's playing in Dracula? The 1 to 5 killer here covered his nose with tape. No one could pick him out of a lineup. Covered his nose with tape. Now that is interesting. See, if I covered my nose in tape, you wouldn't know who I was, would you? Who's the main actor in Dracula? Claes Bang. Never heard of him. Couldn't believe it. No talking outback. Who wasn't talking? I've missed something here. Oh, did I stop talking? Because I went to put that StreamYard thing in. Let's see if I can do it again without going there. Oh, yeah. Okay. I see what happened now. I don't have headphones on, so I don't know whether the sound's coming through or not. Heard of Claes Bang? No, I haven't. Never heard of that name. Let's look it up. Since I'm in the Google thing. Danish actor. All right. European Film Award for Best Actor. Being the first Danish person to do so. In 2019, he played the role of Sasha Mann for the final season of The Affair. I have seen that dude somewhere before. Oh, yeah, it's up here on Google, the Dracula. I'll have to check him out. There ain't enough tape in Texas to cover my big nose. I don't know. Never seen it. Triple C. Very briefly, when you turn the phone around. Violet, we're talking about a film that has Claes Bang in it, who's Dracula. Yeah, no, I can do a dark voice, hippie love. I can do a dark voice. Nordic noir. Hey Amanda, how you going? Good to see you. Gee, I'm learning all sorts of things today. What the hell is Nordic noir? See, I'm not as educated as Grumpy Granny. Nordic noir. What is that? also known as Scandinavian, it's a genre of crime fiction. Oh, okay. From a police point of view and set in Scandinavia or one of the other Nordic countries. Plain language, avoiding metaphor, and set in bleak landscapes results in a dark and morally complex mood. Ooh. Depicting a tension between the apparently still and bland social surface. Wow. Sounding like AD now. Definitely going storm. Brenda on her way. Need to skew my box with the tarpaulin. Better get onto it, Sasha. Scandinavian crime shows. Yeah, well, I thought that was just Viking shows, but, I've learned something. Gothic horror is good escapism for me. All these things, but, I've gone through these types of things in my life. There was a period there where I was into the goth. There's a period there where I was, fully into this Dracula stuff. Yeah, in crime. I was into the classic crime shows, the classic crime shows that all you guys probably wouldn't be aware of because these ones were just way out there, as in top crime shows like Magnum PI and Miami Vice. Awesome crime classic shows there. You guys wouldn't know what I'm talking about. You're just not in the same hemisphere as I am when it comes to that sort of stuff. Edumacated, you are a hillbilly, just need the overalls. Big Smith is my preferred brand. I'm going to have to buy some when I go to America. Hey, Millie Moo. You're 58 minutes late. Colombo. Yep. Miami Vice. Who was the other one? What was the other guy from England? Was it England? No, America. Get Smart. That's another crime show. You know who thinks you start again. You know who thinks he's Colombo? I don't know, Grumpy Granny. You've already got me a couple of times tonight. Morse, that's the one. Morse. I like Morse. And what was the other one? Frost. A Touch of Frost. A Touch of Frost. He was awesome. Enjoyed him too. What I can't stand is Midsummer Murders. Can't stand that show. Monk. Monk is good too. Yep. That was a good TV show. It's more the old Hammer stuff out back. Love the old 80s stuff too. Yep. Yeah, they don't make shows like that these days anymore. Back in those days, it was all about, working out the crime and doing the investigation and all that sort of stuff. Now it's all about frickin' forensics. Who cares? Don't get your typical size. You want to go a size bigger and longer. All right, I'll keep that in mind because you need to be able to swim in them, I guess. You know who? AD thinks he's Colombo. Right, whatever. Yeah, Midsummer's just so unrealistic. I mean, I don't know how many seasons it's been going for. It's a village in the UK that doesn't look like it's got any more than maybe 1,000 people in it. So I don't know how many seasons they can keep going, and they'll end up with nobody to kill. So It's stupid. The Equalizer. The Equalizer. That was a movie, wasn't it? Aussie? Kojak, the crime solver. Gee, that's a long time ago. No, never heard of it. Used to watch a lot of 80s CGI as a kid, such as V. Peter Falk. Peter Falk was Columbo. Division 4. Yeah, there's a lot of good oldies. Danger Mouse, he was another good crime show. He was able to solve a lot of crimes. Banana Man solved a lot of crimes as well. That was really good show. You got to get something out of your GG. The Saint. Yes, The Saint. And what was the Aussie one that Aaron Pedersen was in? And Gary Sweet. Was it Blue Heelers? Was it Blue Heelers? Yeah, it would have been Blue Heelers. It had Aaron Pedersen, Gary Sweet in it. I liked Missing. I don't know if that's the real name, but it was about missing people. I thought it was a good show. Yeah, it's got Anthony LaPaglia in it. Another great Aussie. Oh, what happened then? Hang on. Anthony. Oh, gee, these notifications do my head in. Anthony LaPaglia. Yeah, I never got into Dexter. Banana Man, any relation to Meghan Markle? No. Banana Man was an ordinary boy that lived in the UK, I think in London, and when there was a crime to be solved, he would eat a banana and he would turn into Banana Man, and he would be able to fly through the air and he would go and deal with the crimes. Awesome show. It may have been a movie. I remember it being a series as a kid. I think my dad loved it. Blue Heelers. I agree. That was a good show. Yeah, Blue Heelers was good. Matlock. That's the one I was thinking of. No, I never watched Dexter. Homicide. Yeah, Homicide. For many years there, I used to watch what was that one in America where the intro goes dun dun, and they do a lot of stuff around sex offenders and stuff like that. What was that one called? I can't remember. One Oz cop show, I forget the name, but they were always policing on water, rivers, and sea stuff. Yeah, I think that was Blue Heelers, and then there was another one. No, was it CSI Aussie Life? Sea Patrol. That's the one. Sea Patrol. CSI. Was it CSI? And the main actor was in there for a long time. Really quite manic kind of bloke. He was in Full Metal Jacket as a young bloke in the movie. I can't remember his name. He's an awesome actor. CSI show. Was it CSI? No, not CSI. Not Crime Scene Investigation. That wasn't the one. It was Law and Order. Thank you, GG. Law and Order. Because there was different versions of Law and Order. And I loved watching Law and Order Special Victims Unit. That's the one. SVU. Just trying to look up who that actor was. Can't remember his name. Here he is. Christopher Maloney. Christopher Maloney. He's the one who acted in Full Metal Jacket, and it's got Ice-T in it as well. So that was one of the reasons why I loved watching Law and Order SVU, because it had Ice-T in it. But I also liked Christopher Maloney. He was just an awesome actor. Because I'm a psychologist and I get irritated with the main character's psychological inconsistency, he had pretty much impossible personality and just didn't make any sense as a psychopath. Are you talking about Christopher Maloney, Amanda? Was it the big dude in Full Metal Jacket? Yeah, that's the one. Can anyone solve where this smell is coming from? Probably from the boot of the car. Is it in the tractor that you're driving, in the loader? Is it in your overalls? Dexter? Oh, okay. Yeah, I never watched Dexter, so I think I maybe watched one program and I didn't like it, so I stopped watching. All smells point to AD, Aussie Life. How are you, Aussie Life? Haven't seen you around for a bit. Good to see you here. Yeah, Christopher Maloney. Yeah, Law and Order Special Victims Unit. Ice-T was in it. I was a big fan, still am a fan of Ice-T. I thought he was great in there in that program. Night Stalker. I don't think I've ever watched Night Stalker before. The reason why I like Christopher Maloney is because he portrayed in the show almost on a daily basis, or every time that he was acting in it, this internal torment in solving the crimes. And I just thought it was, I just thought he was great. It was just fantastic. And I know that he didn't really, there were some people out there that didn't really like his acting, but I thought he portrayed somebody who was going slightly crazy while working in that field very well, to be honest. I remember NYPD Blue used to have a crush on the main female character. Yeah, NYPD Blue was also good. That was a good show. See, again, these guys, this is back in the days where I used to sit there and just watch TV all the time. Can't stand TV these days. If I was to sit down and watch TV, you'd probably see me watch TV, I don't know, maybe for 30 minutes if you're lucky. And maybe once a month. I watch stuff on YouTube now, and I do enjoy Netflix, but I haven't watched much Netflix recently because I've been posting heaps of videos. My fascination is serial killers. Maybe I identify with them. Yes, Grumpy Granny. Act what? They do make a lot of sense if you know how they tick. Some are money crazed, others are power crazed, etc. Serial killers is an even smaller subset. You've got the pervs and the disorganized. We're trying to potty train my son. I think he picked my boots. That's a toy. Holy crap. Picked the toilets. Picked my boots as a toilet. Well, what I can say, Grumpy Granny, is yes, I knew you'd say Muttley's back. What I can say, Grumpy Granny, is that we have something familiar. I've worked with a lot of serial offenders, and they're very interesting, the psyche of a serial offender. What kind of soap did you buy? She bought some pomegranate. Was it pomegranate and mango dishwashing detergent? Didn't look anything like mango color. Looked like red cordial, to be honest. The delusional, the narcs, bipolar, schizotypal, the brain damaged, they all are a certain kind. Dexter just sort of got on my nerves. The directors wanted a likable character. They got one. Well, I didn't like him. I thought he was a nom. What do you call it? A nincompoop. Why do they need to smell it like food, is what you're trying to say, Gigi. I'm great, thanks, Outback. Finished my final round of treatment 3 weeks ago. Everything's positive. Awesome. It's really good to hear, Aussie Life. Oh, hang on a second. I got to show a message. So Cloud was saying TV has become same everywhere. X Factor, Australia, US, UK, Russia, Timbuktu, etc. Yeah, it's all crap, basically. It's all crap. Reality TV is crap. Well, it's really good to see you, Aussie Life. I'm glad you're on the up and up. Hey, Outback, do you have fish and chips in Australia? Yes, we have fish and chips. In New Zealand, we have fish and chips. Who buys palm olive? Hippie love, you buy a palm olive. I was hitchhiking when I got picked up by Truro murderers. True. I don't know what that is. Grumpy Granny, how did your little meat pies turn out? Yeah, I was going to ask the same question. Yeah, don't get me started on dinosaurs, Amanda. About film race with the devil, not great. Guilty 70s film, maybe late 60s USA film. Crap myself thinking of it. Printed in my mind. Meat pies were yummy. Won't watch reality TV. Life is enough. Yeah, I agree, hippie love. I hate seeing actors pretending to be teachers. I get you, Amanda. Oh, right. Yes. Okay. No worries. Diane, I get you now. So I've noticed some of the comments that people have said about Gigi being a teacher. And there's just, even seeing some of the comments that have been leveled at Ivor as well. Just so much hate out there by these people. And all they're really trying to do is just pull you guys down because, you called somebody out. And good on you for doing it. More power to you. I could talk to you about one case that really did my head in. But the guy's out, I think. And if you have gone on to YouTube and heard me talk about it, you might go off his nana. No, I don't get their loyalty either. It just beggars belief. It really does. I know what you mean too. It's just most areas will ruin related movies for you. Same with accents. They just hire someone to pretend to be from someplace. But if you're from there, you're like, ugh. You know what? I think this is a really sad thing, but this is my opinion. Nicole Kidman can't even do an Australian accent, and she's from Australia. Whoa, whoa, I produce reality TV. These are real cars I'm crushing. A triple C. Yeah, but yours is good content, There's actually something that's being done. It's the way that's just you're the reality TV that reality TV should be, instead of these stupid things that we're having to put through on the ads. Well, again, I don't watch TV, but my son turns the TV on and then I have to hear Paradise Island or, Who Married a Billionaire or whatever. No one can do an Aussie accent right. Look, Violet, it's okay to apologise. When Grumpy Granny did what she did and when Ivor did what she did, and I made a few comments myself, and there was a few people that made comments on my channel. People, sometimes it takes people a little bit longer to work out what's going on. It's not a bad thing, Violet. I wouldn't be stressed. Don't worry about it. Gigi's got broad shoulders. She's not going to be worried about it. Yes, Amanda, he crushes cars. He just did a shout out to me this morning, I think it was. But it was when I woke up. He spray painted across the car, Outback Outlaw, and then crushed it. Yes. Many dislike AD. Mindowing. Marrying strangers. Yeah. What's Ford in Australia called again? Can you still get your classic V engine cars down under? Ford's called Ford in Australia. Holden is no longer. That's now called Chevy, because I think it was General Motors, I think, bought Holden out. And so any Holdens that are in Australia now are all American-based products. Yeah, so Ford's just Ford. Mr. Shannon I, Grumpy Granny, this is the only bloke on YouTube with a beard you can trust. Now stop lying and saying you're a granny. You're clearly not a day over 25. Mr. Shannon I, put your glasses on. I also hate when they also think all Spanish is the same and hire a Honduran actor to portray a Mexican. Sorry, Amanda, but it all sounds the same to me. Hello, my name is Speedy Gonzalez. I kill for money, but you're my friend. I kill you for nothing. Yeah, put your glasses on, mate. So people turfed you too, hippie love. What do you mean by turfed you? Chucked you out? Or tried to throw a whole stack of grass over the top of you? Or did they grass you? I can't stand ASMR. No offense to anyone who enjoys it, but it makes me crazy. I'm with you, Aussie life. I'm with you. I can't stand that either. There's nothing entertaining about it whatsoever. Hey, Grumpy Granny says, which I think was a bit of a go at me because I said Shannonite needed to put his glasses on. But I'm only telling the truth. What is ASMR? I don't know what the meaning means. I don't know what the abbreviation means, but it means where you like record, like, somebody says, recording the water. So you're recording the water as it's tipping out, or you're recording plastic, doing that sort of stuff, or you're talking, sexy like in the microphone and doing all that sort of stuff. That's what ASMR stands for. Let me look up what ASMR is. What the abbreviation means. Autonomous sensory meridian response. So that is basically what that means. Let me paste it into here so you can see it. Oh, Aussie life's too quick for me. So McLeod is unfortunately 40 plus. Yeah, so am I. And that's not unfortunate. That's a good thing. Bloody glad that I'm over 40. I would never want to be 25 again. Never. Never want to go backwards. So people don't talk to you anymore, hippie love. I'm sure you're crying in your soup right now because of that. All right, chat just went crazy again. Oh, I see what you said, Diane. Okay, like you, got it. Thanks. Yeah, you're being funny now, aren't you? Hardy ha. This chat's crazy. Damn. Yo is good. Damn. Damn. Yo is good.
Aussie life. Meaning what, Grumpy Granny? What's the ads you guys hate the most? I want to know what kind of ads you guys get. My latest hated ad is make the law of attraction work for you. Well, one of my most hated ads was it won't happen overnight, but it will happen. Don't know if you've ever heard of the Wooded Beardsman, but I used to enjoy his stuff until he went all ASMR. Then I started to feel slightly revolted. Don't think I want to check him out, Mr. Shannonite. You got a Wooded Beardsman going all ASMR. Sounds very moxie. I don't watch TV, Amanda. It rots your brain. Glad I did all my stupid stuff before the internet. Yeah, I'm with you, Gigi. I mean, on YouTube, the ads on YouTube, they're so repetitive. I don't watch ads, and that's the reason. The reason why I don't watch ads is because I have premium, so I don't have to watch the ads. Let me see if I can do this again, guys. So it's been really hard to have this channel on YouTube, and really appreciate all you pisscribers out there, but it's expensive doing this content for you and creating this content for you. I really enjoy doing this content, but it is expensive, and I have to pay for premium for YouTube, and I have to pay for Epidemic Sounds so I can put music into my channel. So you don't have to do it now if you don't want, but the Slooper Chat's there if you want to do the Slooper Chat, and the Piss Pal's there if you want to do the Piss Pal. And I could also just give you my bank account details, and you can deposit any amount of money into my channel. That'd help me. And, like I was saying before, my chair doesn't work properly, so I need a new chair. So I also need a green screen. I need to put a green screen here, so please send me all the cash, all the mule that you've got. Thank you. I'm back now. Here we go. It's like a sensory stimulation, GG. People feel relaxed from certain sounds. Well, I think those people need to get their heads read. Although I will say that I get woken up to bird sounds as my alarm. So I guess that's a bit like ASMR. But I don't sit there and go, ooh, this is nice. Ooh. I have AD blocked. AD blocker. Got a good point there, Outback. Screw the past, important present and tomorrow, but don't look too far ahead. No, if you look too far ahead, your hair will drop off. Lol, I like ASMR Dr. Tingings. Ugh. Summer likes to watch pimple popping and toenail cleaning. Gross. I can't block all of it on my phone, so I gotta. Well, you just need to get on to start up your own channel, Amanda. Get on to YouTube, then go out and buy premium, and then you can Slooper Chat, and you'll be able to get money from all sorts of people. I don't have a problem with robot voice videos. It doesn't bother me. It drives some folks nuts. Yeah, I've seen a couple of those, and I've watched a couple of those robot voice videos on motorbikes and car stuff, and it does my head in. I can't stand it. $60, mate. Get yourself a haircut, mate. $60, mate. Get yourself a haircut, mate. I did have a haircut. See, look. Done. AD blocker won't work on my phone, but I also want to support the content creators, so I leave the ads on. Oh, isn't that nice, Amanda? Are there ads on mine when you watch them on YouTube? Because I'm not getting any money out of it. Mongrels they are. Oh, hang on a second. I'm all over the place with this chat. Let me catch up. Piss pal, laugh, laugh. Your kids need new clothes. Yeah, he's growing. He needs more clothes. Send me money. I'm sure there is something for a phone. The chair is shrinking. Yes, it is. I'm sending my Jeep. No, I've got a Jeep, but you can send it anyway. Outback Outlaw. Upstanding citizen. Good to see you. I arrived just at the right time. Would you also like a MacBook? Yes, I don't have a MacBook, so it would be nice to have a MacBook. Thank you very much, upstanding citizen. Send that. Hoya, upstanding. Hippie love. Don't send that Jeep to me. No, he'll crush it. Maybe look into an armchair. I do have an armchair. It's sitting right there, but Shiva, she's sleeping on it. I wonder if AD ever accepted food stamps. Who knows? AD, I'm sure, does plenty of right-hand deposits, someplace off camera. Dr. Tingles. Don't know what happened then. I went to Lockdown. Lockdown is a guy who has been in jail for about 8 years, and he's got his own channel. And he interviews all the guys who've been in prison. Yeah, he's got a pretty good channel. Yesterday's history, tomorrow mystery, and today is a gift, and that's why we call it the present. Oh, isn't that lovely? Make sure you remember that, people. No crushing my 95 Wrangler. Hang on a second. Yeah, I know I've missed a bit. Thanks, Aussie. I'm trying to catch up. Jeez. Anonymous voice bugs me. That's funny, Grumpy Granny. I will not support AD. No, that's good. Don't. Electricity bill, rent? Yeah, no, well, no, I don't have to pay for electricity, but you can send me money anyway for the electricity bill. And I don't have to pay rent, so you can send me money for that, just for the hell of it. Why not? I'm not sure about it, but many people I watch do get some small revenue off of ads, so I leave it on. Yeah, I think that's only if you're over 1,000, Amanda. It's not if you're under 1,000. Doesn't bother me. Maybe send 2 MacBooks, case one breaks. Upstanding citizen, do you have 2 MacBooks? You offered to send me 1. Might as well go 2. In 8 years of crushing, I've only crushed 3 Wranglers, and those were bad wrecked. You just don't see Wranglers in junkyards. No, you don't, because they're bloody beautiful cars. Did you notice, though, Triple C, that when I did the shout out for you with my Indian, that there was a Wrangler in the background? Hey, it's just not art, it's truth arty. Gee, I'm behind on this chat. I've made nothing up based on evidence. Need an armchair. Grumpy Granny, how you doing? Cowboy, love mine. It's in cherry condition. Yes, love our Jeep too. Yeah, Grumpy Granny's got lots of bimbos coming at her. Lots have been going at Ivor as well. Thirsty ladies. Yeah, lockdown seems interesting. Let me find it for you. Just hang on. Because he just came up in my notifications. So he's called Lockdown 23 and 1. and he's actually live right now, and it won't let me copy the, hang on, do the right thing. No. I'll type in, oh, here we go. No. Copy link. There we go. I'm getting good at this. Awesome. There we go. There's the link. Go and check him out when you can. He's got a good channel. Outback Outlaw, how long does it take for you to go and buy a litre of milk and bread? Good question. So yesterday, my son and I, we went to Broome, and we left at 6:30, 8 in the morning, and we arrived in Broome at 8:40, so 2 hours. Then we went to the shop, and then we got not just a litre, we got 24 litres of milk, long life, and I think it was 6 loaves of bread, and then $600 worth of shopping. Packed it all in the car, got back in the car, drove 2 hours and a bit, because it was the road was a little bit worse, 2 hours and a bit, and you would have seen that in the video. It had the big rain, so I had to slow down. And so basically, in a nutshell, with some of the things we had to do in Broome, it took us about, well, when did we get back? 2 o'clock. 2:30. Yeah, so 8 hours to get a litre of milk and some bread. Although we could go to the shop, which is just down there. So the organisation that I'm the CEO for, we have a shop, and we can go there and buy milk and bread, but they ran out because of the cyclone. So that's the reason why we went in town to get some supplies. Does that answer your question? Upstanding citizen. I hope it does. Grumpy Granny, a lot of people would have crumbled. Kudos to you. Yes, she is a tough lady. I am a bloke with a phone. Look. Bloke with a phone. You just got to keep it in perspective. It's online, not the real world. It doesn't matter. No, Grumpy Granny, you're wrong. This is the real world. Lockdown, 23-1. That's the one, McLeod. Oh, chat went crazy again. If they act like that in YouTube land, imagine them in real life. Yeah, no, I don't want to imagine it. I straight up just don't watch AD. I prefer to just go and check evidence for myself if I can. I've been mostly watching trials. I watched the Amber and Geiger and Henry Segura one last. Yeah, Summer, she watches those a lot. She's been watching a lot of those, a lot of those trials. She really enjoys watching those. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of weird cases out there, a lot of crazy people. That's unbelievable. I take it no one delivers to you. We do have trucks that come up, but because the road's been cut off because of the rain, the road is really bad. It's impassable almost. The cops were coming up behind me. They were about an hour behind me, and they got stuck, and they had to drive in low gear and forward drive to be able to get through the mud and the slop. I made it just before that big downpour, so I didn't get bogged. Yeah, but that's what happens when you live remote. Is there a story with the beautiful Aboriginal painting behind you, not the art to your left, the person sitting down? I talked about this last week. This is just a print that I got off eBay. And whoever did it, it's being blanked out. So basically, this would either be an Aboriginal painting or etching of the East Coast or the West Coast. Certainly not the North, because in the North they don't have boomerangs, which is what these are. And they've got a colamon or a coolabah down the bottom here, which they carry water and food and all that sort of stuff in. And they've got a fish net. So, yeah, the light's shining on it, but there's a fish net there somewhere, right here. There's mountains in the background, so it would be either down on the west coast down south, or it'd be on the east coast. These boots are ruined. Well, the left one is for sure. Well, he only had one boot to poop in. He couldn't poop in two, because otherwise he'd have to do some scooting. The Henry Segura evidence is very crazy, but I know you don't want to cover true crime, but if anyone is interested, the Henry Segura case is a real puzzle. Oh, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of true crime, but, each to their own. My 2-year-old is potty training, I guess. My boot looked like a toilet. There was one that someone was watching, I don't remember what it was, but they, boyfriend and girlfriend, killed the baby in a backpack or something, and the judge came out very, very soon after going out to make the decision, and then they got 47 years. He got 47 years with no parole, and she got 38 years or something with no parole. I'm not sure what case that was. Oh, hang on a second. Grumpy Granny's message. Who shits in a boot? Is what Grumpy Granny just asked. Seven hours. Evil man, baby in a backpack in a hot car. Yeah, I hadn't followed it, so it was a baby in a backpack in a hot car. Far out. That's just disgusting. So what's the puzzle? What's the question? What's the question? Diane? About the puzzle. I'm not understanding. Please help. I need a new chair. Piss pal. Sleeper chat. Please. How'd I do, Grumpy Granny? Is it 10 out of 10? Amanda said it's puzzling. Okay. I went to the Apple store last year for new iPhone. They said £1,000 plus for a new one. Only reason I wanted iPhone was for family photos, etc. So managed to afford an 8. Long story short, I'm bored of tech. Didn't know that about the boomerang. Really interesting. I thought it might have been about the Drover's Boy. I've seen one similar. Beautiful painting. I don't know. It could have been. I don't know. I just found it on eBay and I thought, oh, that's nice. Yeah, boomerangs are not a implement that are used in the north of Australia, or in the Northern Territory at least. It's more of a thing that was used in the East Coast. They do use boomerangs over here in the West Coast, and they've got a different name for it. But it's not a tool that was used in the Northern Territory. They used woomeras, but not boomerangs. A lot of spears and shields. They had shields as well. Forget the chair. I need boots, damn it. Oh, what was that? Not bad. Need to chain smoke and drink multiple beers, energy drinks as well. Thanks, Grumpy Granny. Beautiful Australian Aboriginal artwork. Yep, well, this artwork I was explaining last week. This artwork here, this is done by my brothers. This is my brother. This is my Aboriginal father. And I've got some other artwork around it. Has been done by people I know. We need to do Slooper Chat for Triple C's new boots. Foreign DNA not belonging to anyone known, and it's a question if it was a cartel hit or Henry Segura. Hey Sam, how you going? Upstanding citizen, I've got to go. Just a quick pop in. Great to see you out back, Aloe. I might even put on some Fleetwood Mac later. Bye everyone. Take care and keep safe. No worries, upstanding citizen. Thank you very much for coming in. It's good to see you here. Okay, hippie love. Good night. Good morning. UhOh I'm is in the house. Slooper Chat for cowboy car crushing because he requires new boots. So what you need to do is you need to send the money to my account and then I'll show you a receipt. Hold on 1 second. See, there's the receipt. Did you see it? There's the receipt. Holding it up. That's for the shoes for cowboy car crushing. And I'll send them to him later. What size were you? Triple C? The DNA mixtures are very confusing and extremely complex and point to all directions. It's on YouTube. I'll probably pop a trunk boot and find some slightly used one in car. And it might have poop in it too, Triple C. Look, he needs new boots. His kid just shat in them. We're in one of them. So this one here, this receipt is only for one boot. I just need to know whether it's the left or right, Triple C. Come on, mate. Get with the program. Have you had your breakfast yet? Texas is my size. Oh, okay then. Texas is my size. That's a bloody big boot, Triple C. Bloody big boot. It's a bloody big poo boot too. So just so you guys recognize that this is important. You need to hit the like button. And if you haven't prescribed, you need to prescribe. Smash it, because I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to go to beddies. Might have a drink of port before I go, some energy drinks, and drink copious amounts of cigarettes, because my New Year's resolution is that I'll start smoking. Not. I've got almost 1,000 new buddies. My head is big as Australia now. I know you're killing it. Triple C, you're killing it. You're like 937 now. It's awesome. Can we call him Poo Boots from now on? Poo Boots. Smashed. Thank you, UhOh I'm. Good night, Poo Boot. Do anybody know why James Bogart took Moxley new video down last night? Already liked. No, I don't know. I didn't watch it. Don't know. Italy is a sexy boot. Yep, lick the button, guys. Lick the button. Smash it. Smash it and prescribe. And then make sure you go and tell your friends and your uncles and your aunties and your brothers and your cousins and your sisters and your cousins' brother's ex-girlfriend or whatever. Go and tell them they got to lick and prescribe. Well, that's my calling also. Stuff to do, people too. See, good to see you out back. Hope to catch you again soon. Thank you very much, McLeod. Thank you for your comments on the channel. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Grumpy Granny, for coming in. Thank you for your dog for prescribing. Thank you, Millie Moo. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Triple C. As we all know, well, the 18 that are here, next time Triple C comes in, we'll call him Poo Boots. Go and check his channel out and prescribe. If you like to see cars get crushed, then that's the place you need to go. And he is bloody awesome on that loader. He's got skillage, that boy. He's got some skillage. Thank you, UhOh I'm. It was really good to see you come in, pop in, and say hello. And it's been nice just having a yarn and talking about nothing really. So, good night all. Enjoy your week as it moves on into the future. Stay safe. Look after each other. It's all right, Sam. You can go back again and you can watch it. And you'll just make out that you were there. You'll be fine. Thank you, Aussie Life. It's wonderful to see you. I've been thinking about you. And I will let Summer know too as well. So thank you very much to everybody for being here. These poo boots are made for crushing. That's just what they'll do. I have to write a song about that. All right, everyone. Thank you. Good night, Australia.